in the industry that Porsha was having trouble, has been having trouble financially trying to pay for the mansion that she shares with Simon. Okay, and so Simon has been detained with ICE because she thought it was a hello, Porsha, great idea to apparently, and we're going to say allegedly, have him picked up by ICE.
Every released image, every flash of footage, and every hushed detail allegedly deepens a story that's equal parts heartbreaking and explosive. A tale where longing, concealment, and exposure crash together with irreversible force. The emotional gravity of what's alleged reaches far beyond tabloid noise, striking at universal fears of trust broken, loyalty tested, and the price of living in shadows. Audiences remain locked in, bracing for the next revelation, fully aware that what's coming could eclipse everything revealed so far. You think you've seen the worst of it? You haven't. What Tasha K has put forward so far is described as only the surface. A brief opening into a vault of secrets that were never meant to escape. The alleged connection between Porsha Williams and Andy Cohen has reportedly cracked carefully built illusions, dragged hidden impulses into view, and left supporters stunned. Each image, each murmured exchange, each intimate clip sketches betrayal, calculated silence, and emotional ruin. All of it unfolding while Simon Gobadia is said to have remained unaware. The emotional shockwave is immense. It rattles the very idea of trust and forces the public to confront a version of Hollywood rarely acknowledged. This isn't casual celebrity chatter. It's a tragedy wearing the mask of scandal, a stark examination of what happens when private desires collide with public performance and a double life demands payment. Tasha K's podcast is rumored to contain even more volatile material, promising disclosures that could completely overturn the narrative people thought they understood. Fans are restless, fixated, and consuming every detail, every hint, every pause between releases. Social platforms pulse with outrage, grief, and argument. An emotional storm powered by what may still be concealed. If this already feels unbelievable, brace yourself. The next reveal from Tasha K is expected to hit harder and shake the industry even deeper. The question isn't if this goes further. It's how far it can go and who's left standing when the dust finally settles. Don't scroll away. Don't dismiss it. Watch, react, share, and stay close, because this story is nowhere near finished. The once hidden truths of desire, betrayal, and scandal are now exposed, and each disclosure cuts deeper than the last. This is the kind of Hollywood saga that fractures hearts, demolishes illusions, and keeps the world talking long after the lights fade. Stay sharp, because the next chapter could leave everyone completely shaken.
We're gonna say allegedly, of course. Latest victim that happens to be married is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, if you follow politics, Nigerians, you know who this is. This is the current president of Nigeria, who just recently settled a $3.4 billion debt that they received during COVID.
Strap in, because what you're about to hear is the kind of revelation that fractures reality and exposes the machinery behind the curtain. For months, rumors crawled through private conversations and hushed calls. Still, nothing could have prepared anyone for the bombshell Tasha K detonated on her podcast. According to her claims, she's sitting on photos and videos that point to a concealed relationship between Porsha Williams and Andy Cohen, the architect behind Bravo's most powerful franchises. This wasn't a fleeting rumor or a careless moment. Allegedly, it all unfolded while Porsha was still publicly committed to Simon Gobadia, constructing a secret existence that now threatens to redraw the entire celebrity narrative. The evidence, as described, is chilling. Hotel visuals charged with intimacy, behind-the-scenes Bravo interactions, and private recordings that suggest far more than harmless chemistry. Several clips allegedly capture the pair inches apart, shared laughter, lingering touches, looks heavy with meaning that leave little space for denial. The reaction has been instant chaos. Fans are frozen. Feeds are melting down. What was once an unspoken suspicion has erupted into a scandal so loud that everyone involved is bracing for impact. The story plays out like a thriller. Sources insist these encounters weren't impulsive. They were deliberate, planned, and hidden in plain sight. Controlled Bravo environments, spaces designed for production and polish, allegedly doubled as quiet crossroads where fleeting moments slipped past unnoticed. But Tasha K claims her footage exposes what cameras weren't meant to see. Then came the hotel. Meetings away from eyes, away from press, reportedly preserved through surveillance angles and personal recordings showing two lives colliding in secrecy. Brief bedroom clips, allegedly rare yet disturbingly intimate, complete a narrative of deception that's left audiences stunned. Simon Gobadia, whose romance with Porsha was sold as unbreakable, now faces the possibility that the story the public embraced was carefully staged over a truth that could dismantle him both privately and publicly. This isn't just chatter. It's a slow-burning tragedy, desire crashing into image, unfolding live on Tasha K's platform. Each new drop sharpens the outline of calculated silence. Porsha, with her polished persona and loyal following, is accused of mastering a double life, maintaining devotion on one stage while nurturing secrecy on another. The psychological weight is unsettling. Insiders describe precision, awareness, and restraint, knowing exactly how to perform stability while exploring forbidden territory. The Bravo set, meant to be a space of structure and scrutiny, allegedly became the backdrop for stolen glances and coded exchanges invisible to everyone except those watching closely. And now, with Tasha K claiming full access to the receipts, the warning is clear: nothing stays buried. Every image, every fragment of video, every muted conversation is positioned as ammunition in a story many sensed but refused to name. The emotional fallout is massive. Supporters who once applauded Porsha and Simon's romance are now re-examining every post, every smile, every public moment. And the question hanging over all of it is devastatingly simple: how much of what we believed was ever real? How much of it was performance? The gap between the polished fantasy displayed online and the shadowed encounters described in Tasha K's releases is jarring, leaving viewers wrestling with layers of betrayal all at once. At the same time, Andy Cohen, long viewed as a commanding force behind reality television, now finds himself at the center of claims that could fracture both his image and his long-built legacy. The relationship, said to have stretched across months, sketches a portrait of closeness and concealment where private desire and professional lines collide, creating pressure so volatile that the entire industry is being forced to pay attention. As each podcast episode unveils new details, listeners are pulled further into a maze of concealed connections and buried scandals. This has moved beyond simple infidelity or secrecy. It's about influence, leverage, and how perception is engineered to bury uncomfortable realities. Tasha K has reportedly teased additional material, more visuals, more recordings, more fragments, that could push the fallout far beyond anything seen so far. Audiences are now trapped in a spiral of anticipation, questioning not only what's authentic, but what the final consequences will be for everyone involved. The narrative plays out like a legal thriller, with every image and clip acting as silent testimony to decisions made away from the spotlight. This isn't idle chatter. It's an examination of how secrecy functions, how public-facing relationships are carefully staged while private impulses unfold in the dark. The contrast between Porsha's visible life with Simon and her alleged hidden world with Andy creates a strain that feels both devastating and unbelievable. Fans have voiced a mix of betrayal, confusion, and fury. As media outlets rush to frame the seriousness of the leaks, the controversy spreads at lightning speed, igniting viral threads, fierce arguments, and a level of engagement rarely witnessed in celebrity discourse. Social platforms buzz with theories. Every new drop triggers another surge of shock and speculation. Nothing about this scandal feels accidental. The closeness on display, the covert encounters, the split between public masks and private behavior all merge into a storyline that's emotionally overwhelming. Tasha K's position as the one revealing it all adds yet another layer. She isn't merely recounting events, she's exposing what many hoped would never surface. The real tragedy isn't only the broken trust, but the unveiling of a world deliberately hidden from them. Public, now exposed without mercy. The story keeps evolving, each disclosure stacking onto the last, holding audiences captive and leaving few untouched by its weight. And it doesn't end there. Tasha K's most recent podcast claims pull the veil back even further, revealing depths of secrecy fans never imagined. Allegedly, Porsha Williams and Andy Cohen weren't meeting by chance. Insiders allege their encounters were strategically planned, designed to reduce exposure while intensifying their private bond. The Bravo set, meant to represent structure and supervision, allegedly doubled as a stage for secret interactions preserved in the leaked material. Some footage is said to show flirtation so loaded that even a brief look raises questions, while hotel visuals reportedly capture long, private conversations unfolding hours away from public scrutiny. Each new piece of material thickens the plot, forming an unmistakable image of double lives and deliberate deception. What amplifies the intensity is the timing. Sources allege this all occurred while Porsha was publicly committed to Simon Gobadia, projecting stability to fans, media, and even those closest to her. Behind closed doors, the material paints a different picture. Quiet looks, subtle touches, hushed exchanges, and moments of emotional exposure allegedly caught on camera. Insiders describe planning down to the smallest detail, timing, location, movement, all calculated to conceal the depth of the connection. The scandal now traps viewers in a moral and emotional puzzle, forcing questions about loyalty, love, and the tangled complexity of human desire. The divide between Porsha's polished public image and her alleged hidden reality creates a strain that feels both heartbreaking and hypnotic, leaving audiences stunned and unsettled. Tasha K's narration only sharpens that intensity. On her podcast, she reportedly stresses that this isn't merely about infidelity or a secret romance. It's about a calculated shaping of reality itself. By allegedly controlling what the audience was allowed to see, Porsha and Andy are accused of preserving a storyline of professionalism and innocence while privately crossing boundaries that blurred the personal and the professional beyond recognition. The podcast is said to walk listeners through hotel surveillance, behind-the-scenes Bravo recordings, and even bedroom footage, each fragment adding depth to the portrait of a concealed relationship. Viewers are left struggling to process what they're seeing. The clips and images allegedly capture laughter, closeness, and emotional warmth that violently clash with the carefully constructed public identities of both Porsha and Andy Cohen. The scandal reads like a textbook example of concealment and misdirection, and Tasha K's role as the one exposing it has placed her at the center of a storm that refuses to fade. Fans and analysts alike are reportedly buckling under the emotional impact of these claims. Social feeds are overflowing with reactions that swing from rage to disbelief to unexpected sympathy. Some express devastation at the implied betrayal, while others fixate on the boldness and precision required to sustain such a split existence. This controversy has outgrown simple rumor. It's an emotional whirlwind that forces a reckoning with the cost of secret lives and forbidden choices. Tasha K's platform allegedly pushes listeners to reconsider what they accept at face value in celebrity relationships and to confront the unsettling idea that many public personas are deliberately engineered to disguise private realities. The weight of the scandal is magnified by the intensely personal nature of the material. Images and clips are said to capture gestures and exchanges few ever imagined existed, moments that overturn assumptions about loyalty and truth. There's also a disturbing psychological layer woven through the narrative. Porsha, while radiating confidence and charisma in public, is accused of sustaining a double life that demanded constant calculation and silence. Andy Cohen, wielding visibility and influence, is alleged to have helped keep the relationship buried while maintaining a flawless professional exterior. Each leaked segment reportedly radiates desire, secrecy, and emotional charge, hinting at a bond that was as intoxicating as it was corrosive. The emotional impact deepens with the stark contrast between private closeness and public performance, forcing audiences to reconcile what they believed with what is now being alleged. The drama escalates because of the human toll, trust fractured, loyalties questioned, and lives exposed, transforming the story into something both tragic and sensational. Adding fuel to the fire, Tasha K has reportedly suggested that what's been released so far is only a glimpse of what she holds. Sources claim more footage exists, more revelations waiting, each with the potential to further destabilize how Porsha and Andy Cohen are perceived. Every anticipated drop seems poised to drive the narrative deeper into public discourse, inviting relentless scrutiny and argument. Viewers are said to be bracing for each new episode, aware that this scandal could dominate headlines, trends, and timelines for weeks. The anticipation alone generates viral momentum, guaranteeing non-stop engagement and speculation. This isn't a story that simply entertains. It provokes discomfort, challenges assumptions, and grips attention. As the allegations continue to surface, the implications stretch far beyond celebrity intrigue. The rumored affair raises uncomfortable questions about integrity, power dynamics, and ethical lines within high-profile professional spaces. The clash between public identity and private conduct becomes a stark illustration of manipulation, secrecy, and desire, resonating on deeply emotional levels. The leaked material reportedly suggests not just intimacy, but strategy, a deliberate balancing act between discretion and indulgence. The true tragedy lies not only in private moments being exposed, but in the aftermath, trust unraveling, reputations hanging in the balance, and the audience's belief in authenticity permanently shaken. Every detail Tasha K analyzes is said to matter. Her podcast allegedly dissects body language, timing, and context within the footage, each observation reinforcing the claim of a hidden romance. Audiences are left suspended between fascination and unease, questioning how such a relationship could exist unseen while influencing so many lives at once. Online debates erupt over motive, responsibility, and the morality of revelation. The story's viral pull is amplified by its emotional density, compelling viewers to confront betrayal, secrecy, and the very human cost of concealed desire. Tasha K's disclosures, as explosive as they are provocative, are said to crack open a hidden universe of personal and professional collisions that few ever imagined existed. The fallout also forces a reckoning with trust and just how fragile a carefully crafted image can be. For Simon Gobadia, the widely accepted picture of a solid, loving relationship is now allegedly at odds with what's being presented on Tasha K's podcast. Fans are reportedly torn, expressing sympathy for Simon, fury over the alleged deception, and a morbid fascination with the intricate maze of secrecy that's now been dragged into the light. The sheer force of these claims, combined with the emotional punch of the leaked material, creates a volatile mix of shock, obsession, and dramatic pull. This is no longer a simple tale of an affair. It has transformed into a dark, emotionally loaded saga that exposes the human cost of lies, the complexity of desire, and the catastrophic fallout when secrets refuse to stay buried. Every newly released clip reportedly escalates the tension, heartbreak, and disbelief. Footage from Bravo sets allegedly captures loaded looks and subtle gestures. Hotel recordings reveal hushed conversations and raw vulnerability, while bedroom clips are said to convey an intimacy that shatters public assumptions. Together, these fragments reportedly assemble a full portrait of a romance lived in secrecy, thriving in the shadows while the public saw something entirely different. Tasha K's position as both storyteller and exposer intensifies the experience, casting her as the guide leading audiences through each twist and emotional crescendo. The narrative, unfolding with the pressure of a courtroom drama, keeps viewers transfixed, questioning truth, ethics, and where the line between private lives and public personas truly lies. The anticipation only grows as hints of additional leaks loom. Audiences reportedly cling to every update, every episode, every suggestion of what might surface next. The fusion of visual proof, pointed commentary, and emotional weight fuels massive engagement, creating viral momentum few scandals ever reach. Social media buzzes non-stop with reactions, theories, and heated debate, while mainstream outlets scramble to interpret the implications. The story dominates conversations, feeding a relentless cycle of shock and sharing that cements it as one of the most consuming celebrity controversies in recent memory. At its core, the saga functions as both spectacle and warning. It allegedly lays bare the brittleness of trust, the danger of concealed desire, and the explosive power of exposure. With each reveal, the emotional impact deepens, intensifying suspense and public fixation. The story continues its relentless march forward, holding audiences captive and keenly aware that what comes next could eclipse everything already revealed. It's a portrait of fame steeped in secrecy and vulnerability, devastating and irresistible all at once. And then the pressure spikes. Tasha K's most recent podcast episode reportedly shatters expectations yet again, unleashing material so intense that viewers are said to be left stunned. Allegedly included are never-before-seen hotel visuals, behind-the-scenes Bravo interactions, and additional bedroom footage showing Porsha Williams and Andy Cohen in moments of closeness and emotional exposure far beyond earlier claims. Fans and critics alike scramble to connect the dots as the volume of leaked content grows. Each piece reportedly adds another brushstroke to a picture defined by risk, secrecy, and calculated choices. The alleged relationship, unfolding while Porsha was publicly tied to Simon Gobadia, now resembles a tragic collision between hidden longing and public performance. The depth of the footage reportedly suggests the bond went beyond the physical, carrying real emotional weight. Porsha and Andy are allegedly captured laughing, whispering, sharing gestures that hint at deep attachment and reliance. Every interaction preserved in video or stills reportedly reinforces the existence of a concealed reality few suspected. The Bravo set, outwardly polished and controlled, is now portrayed as a quiet stage for covert encounters, where fleeting touches and coded exchanges allegedly slipped past notice. Insiders claim these meetings were orchestrated with near-surgical precision, a detail that only amplifies the shock and emotional gravity. Each new leak reportedly intensifies perceptions of betrayal and forces uncomfortable questions about authenticity, trust, and the tangled nature of human relationships. Tasha K frames the situation as far more than tabloid fodder. On her podcast, she allegedly underscores the psychological layers beneath the surface, how secrecy, desire, and influence intertwine to sustain a hidden connection with devastating consequences. The hotel footage, in particular, is said to capture moments of isolation and emotional fragility, adding a haunting final layer to a story that refuses to let go. The Bravo set footage, as it's been described, allegedly captures minute gestures and quiet exchanges between Porsha and Andy, generating a courtroom-style intensity where every movement feels like evidence silently arguing its case. The story pushes viewers to weigh not only the ethical fallout, but the emotional wreckage, the pain, the breach of trust, and the collateral damage, particularly for Simon Gobadia, who is said to be only now confronting the possible scale of what was hidden from him. The moment Tasha K's podcast dropped, social media reportedly erupted. Hashtags surged, comment sections ignited, and millions reacted with shock, anger, and disbelief. Audiences appear split down the middle, some voicing deep sympathy for Simon, others condemning the secrecy attributed to Porsha and Andy, and many simply transfixed by the boldness of a life allegedly lived in parallel. Observers note that the scandal has seized control of online discourse, spiraling into a viral storm driven by raw emotion and relentless curiosity. Every new clip is said to heighten the stakes, revealing scenes that are simultaneously devastating and sensational, ensuring the narrative lands on a profoundly emotional level. The leaks reportedly suggest the relationship spanned months, possibly longer, and relied on deliberate coordination to remain invisible. Hotel footage allegedly shows the two arriving and departing separately, a calculated effort to avoid suspicion, while interactions on Bravo sets are said to reflect a careful balance between professional composure and private indulgence. Tasha K's analysis frames these patterns as intentional concealment, layering the story with added suspense and psychological tension. Each detail feeds into a broader narrative of deception and emotional complexity, pulling viewers deeper into a saga defined by secrecy, longing, and exposure. The emotional weight reportedly comes from the collision between what the public believed and what may have been happening behind closed doors. Porsha's image as a committed partner to Simon is alleged to have masked a hidden romance, while Andy Cohen's industry stature may have provided a shield for discretion. The blend of visual material, contextual storytelling, and Tasha K's commentary reportedly creates an experience charged with emotion, underscoring the tragedy of concealed relationships and the human cost of duplicity. Fans describe the material as shocking, painful, and impossible to dismiss. As news outlets rush to track developments and interpret the implications, the story continues to evolve, and Tasha K reportedly teases even more damaging disclosures ahead. Sources claim she holds additional photos, videos, and insider accounts capable of pushing the controversy to new extremes. The anticipation alone keeps audiences locked in, with every podcast episode, clip release, or hint igniting waves of speculation and viral debate. The unfolding narrative functions as both spectacle and warning, a reminder of how fragile trust can be, how heavy the price of secrecy is, and how hidden desires can fracture both private and public lives. This scandal has moved far beyond routine celebrity chatter, blending emotional intensity, strategic concealment, and raw vulnerability into a story that grips its audience. Each leaked fragment operates like evidence in a high-stakes trial, exposing intimacy, planning, and emotional risk that challenge long-held perceptions. Tasha K's podcast positions her as the voice navigating listeners through this maze of secrecy and revelation, ensuring every disclosure lands with both shock and emotional force. The sheer intensity of the allegations, combined with the weight of the supposed betrayal, keeps audiences engaged, sparks heated debate, and sustains a viral momentum few scandals ever reach. Ultimately, viewers are left wrestling with conflicting emotions, disbelief, anger, sympathy, and fascination, all tangled together. The alleged affair throws into sharp relief the clash between private desire and public expectation, exposing the human consequences of manipulation and silence. Each new piece of material amplifies the scandal's emotional and cultural impact, drawing attention to how fragile relationships can be and how explosive truth becomes once uncovered. The story presses forward with relentless force, leaving audiences stunned, invested, and bracing themselves for whatever comes next in what has become one of the most gripping and tragic celebrity controversies in recent memory. The drama ultimately settles into an unresolved tension, with viewers left asking a single haunting question: what else is still waiting to be revealed? Every released image, every flash of footage, and every hushed detail allegedly deepens a story that's equal parts heartbreaking and explosive. A tale where longing, concealment, and exposure crash together with irreversible force. The emotional gravity of what's alleged reaches far beyond tabloid noise, striking at universal fears of trust broken, loyalty tested, and the price of living in shadows. Audiences remain locked in, bracing for the next revelation, fully aware that what's coming could eclipse everything revealed so far. You think you've seen the worst of it? You haven't. What Tasha K has put forward so far is described as only the surface. A brief opening into a vault of secrets that were never meant to escape. The alleged connection between Porsha Williams and Andy Cohen has reportedly cracked carefully built illusions, dragged hidden impulses into view, and left supporters stunned. Each image, each murmured exchange, each intimate clip sketches betrayal, calculated silence, and emotional ruin. All of it unfolding while Simon Gobadia is said to have remained unaware. The emotional shockwave is immense. It rattles the very idea of trust and forces the public to confront a version of Hollywood rarely acknowledged. This isn't casual celebrity chatter. It's a tragedy wearing the mask of scandal, a stark examination of what happens when private desires collide with public performance and a double life demands payment. Tasha K's podcast is rumored to contain even more volatile material, promising disclosures that could completely overturn the narrative people thought they understood. Fans are restless, fixated, and consuming every detail, every hint, every pause between releases. Social platforms pulse with outrage, grief, and argument. An emotional storm powered by what may still be concealed. If this already feels unbelievable, brace yourself. The next reveal from Tasha K is expected to hit harder and shake the industry even deeper. The question isn't if this goes further. It's how far it can go and who's left standing when the dust finally settles. Don't scroll away. Don't dismiss it. Watch, react, share, and stay close, because this story is nowhere near finished. The once hidden truths of desire, betrayal, and scandal are now exposed, and each disclosure cuts deeper than the last. This is the kind of Hollywood saga that fractures hearts, demolishes illusions, and keeps the world talking long after the lights fade. Stay sharp, because the next chapter could leave everyone completely shaken.